We're live.
Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, all my memories gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue waters, dark and dusty, painted on the sky. Misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, I hear her voice in the morning hour. She calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down that road, I get a feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Oh, West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home down the country road.
Welcome to the Now Show! This is a special edition of Vocalize, as we learn how to vocalize. Yeah! Right here on the Now Show, the Now Show. And when are we doing it? Dan, Barry, when
Right
are we
now.
doing the show?
Right
now.
Now.
Yeah.
Now.
Woo! All right, I
Love
am
it.
Joseph Mojo McCarthy. I'm the co-host of The Now Show, and this is our debut vocal workshop experience. And we are
Ooh, I
so
love that.
excited to learn a little bit more about how does vocalization work, which is why we call it Vocalize, because we're going to see how it works a little bit better, how to use our voice a little bit better. So let's hand it off to our brother and our host, Dan the Bard Composer. Go, baby!
Hey, my name is Dan Roeder. I'm the Chief Academic Officer for the David Z Foundation, where we transform lives through the magic of music. I'm also a composer, PEAR-former, and edu-creator. And I'm so thrilled to be here one more time with this awesome team that includes Awesome Mary and
Awesome,
Mojo.
Mary!
And it's becoming a family. I mean, it really is. It's that's the feeling, and we have so many
Absolutely.
rich conversations. I was actually just telling, I was talking on karaoke last night with Mrs. Pixel, and Mary was there, and Maria, my daughter, was there, and just talking about how this it is something really, really special when you have this feeling of like another day of the grind, and then you hop on with people, and then afterwards you're like, yes, another day of the grind. my mood really changes when I spend this hour, like between getting my family out the door and then starting my work with David Z Foundation. I get this shot of adrenaline and invigoration, and typically some Holy Spirit in there as well. So
there you go.
awesome.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to pass it over to Awesome Mary,
Awesomeness,
our
Mary, over here.
producer Mary.
Today I'm wearing the student hat though.
You are student
Yes.
Mary.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm excited about what we're going to learn today. Can you make me sound like that girl that was singing that song? Because she was amazing.
Yeah.
A,
Well, it's
A,
incremental step.
AI.
Incremental step.
Right.
Did you
Well,
say AI? She was
yeah.
not AI. She was one
No,
of the
no.
Petersons.
I love that video because it looks like it's a family, right? The Peterson
Yes.
family.
Right,
And
yeah.
they look so like they love each other and they're all together playing music. And
Yeah.
music, the family that plays music together stays together, right?
Just ask the Osmonds.
true.
Wait, I don't know. Is that a good example? No, ask Michael Jackson. No, that didn't. Wait, just ask.
Oh my God. Stop with the
mind.
non-examples. I'm just kidding. No, those are important to honor and you know.
Yes.
But I think you're right. Like this is just like what we started with. It's that family feeling. If you'd like to join us with this family feeling, you can join us in Chatmosa, which I'm going to just be for pretty much the whole time sharing my screen of Chatmosa so people can hop in and out. I did leave a little like love note in there. If you come in and you can't hear us because you came in from the live stream, the live stream is going live on slide 24 in Chatmosa. That will make sense very quickly. And this is where we just like to kind of set the intention for this. This is like Mojo said, this is our first workshop. We're in talks of making this kind of a Friday tradition. I don't know. We're making up this show. We can make up our own rules as we go.
That's right. And we can break them too.
I do declare. Yeah. Yeah. So but it's something that I've always wanted to have part of this this online presence is singing with people around the world. And that was always the intention behind the How Can I Keep From Singing Challenge that I did with Mrs. Pixel in October. That was behind continuing that into a show called It's 7 O'Clock Somewhere, reaching literally to the other side of the world where at 7 a.m. for me, it would be like 7 p.m. across the world. And now with the Now show right now in the now time, then this is something we can do right now. And whoever is here, great, welcome. We're glad you're here. And we're going to do a couple things today. Actually, 3. That's more than a couple. Hi, Mrs. Pixel. Mrs. Pixel's in Chatmosa.
Mrs. Pixel! Woo!
So if you want to join us in Restream as well, you're certainly welcome to. Because this is the one integration we have not completely bridged yet. So we would have to kind of like draw people into the Restream from the Chatmosa. But you are signed up for the workshop, Mrs. Pixel, so you have definitely full access. So if you want to hop into that same Restream link we sent yesterday, let us know if you need the link again, but it's the same one we used yesterday. We're not super original there. But that's go ahead.
For those who are tuning in today for the first time or even listening to the replay, our intention for the future now, for the next now, is that on Fridays, if you want to observe and just participate in the chat like normal on our everyday show, you can do that in Chatmosa for free. But if you want to be in the show, and where you're, as Mrs. Pixel and Mary will demonstrate today as our students, there will be an upgrade to get into there, and then you'll get this Restream link, which is not public, and that way you can be live. You can participate in the show as a live guinea pig.
You said live guinea pig? That is the best offer I've ever heard, Mojo.
It sounds like
you're the next victim. I mean, volunteer.
You're right. We're gonna volunteer you, and then you're gonna be our next live guinea pig.
Oh my goodness! Wow, welcome.
You know, a guinea pig is a rodent, right?
Yes.
Is this really our intention? Do we need a do-over, Mr. Mojo?
Squirrel.
Is this happening? Am I dreaming? Is this like that nightmare unicorn that Cody had us draw?
Right,
this would be what I'd fill in that bubble. And if you know, you know.
Well, yeah.
That is
Oh my
hilarious.
goodness.
Hilarious, yeah.
Hilarious.
Almost as funny as the supermodel that was saving the boat. That was a good one
Yes.
too.
Oh my god, yeah, that was yeah. Shout out Christelle.
Right? Yeah.
She was our guest on the second week of the show, I think, and that got a little a
Racy.
little
A
speedy.
little racy.
Right.
Yes.
It started so like I don't know. Okay, now we have to tell
The
story.
The best moment though was the look on Dan's face when AI generates what looks like the back view of a very attractive supermodel in a Brazilian
Like pulling a boat.
thong. Yes, pulling a boat, which is not in any way the words, but somehow the word voluptuous or vibrant or vivacious got in
It
there.
was vivacious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
vivacious.
beware
And
the
it
word vivacious.
turned out to be va-va-voom. And there we go. But Dan, the look on Dan's face was awesome. He's like,
And the
oh
color of
my
my face."
gosh. You're right, exactly. It was
All
as
right.
if there were children in the room, and Dan was like, "Oh, don't look at them!" But it was
That's
too
because
late.
Close your
typically,
eyes.
yeah, when I'm using AI, it's typically going to be in front of like a family friendly audience or it's an audience of students. I'm like, wait.
Stop! Cover your eyes! Don't look! Don't look at them! But it was too late.
That was
She'd
one of
already
the
been moved.
and then we couldn't I think that was the cemented bond. Was this little family here.
Oh, gosh, too
Okay,
good.
so
Too good.
if you'd like to join us in this in this vocalize workshop experience,
Vocalization. Vocalize Nation, right here.
Vocalize
This is
Nation.
This
So
is
there you go.
Vocalize Nation.
Oh
As we
boy.
build this thing, it's going to become
Somebody
Vocalize.
said Harsh
Vocalize Nation.
Kumar said, "Hey guys, we got a message."
Hey, guys.
Harsh
Oh,
Hey,
it's
Harsh.
Harsh here? I love
Yeah.
Harsh.
Hey, Harsh.
Harsh.
Harsh is on X. He's joining us on X. Awesome.
Yes.
Kumar.
Awesome.
Woot, woot. Shout out to Harsh Kumar.
Yeah, and Harsh, you as well. If you, so Harsh is on X. I need to show things. Hey guys, sorry.
You can't talk and do that at the same time.
Oh, I can. I usually do.
All right, cool.
Harsh,
Watch.
good to see you.
He says,
Um,
"Watch."
All right, so I think we do need to get started with our vocal
Yes.
workshop experience.
the
so
time
that we
goes
have
way too
time
fast.
for
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Just
start
breathe,
with
everybody. Start with breathing.
we're gonna
Yes.
start with breath. I've got 2 breathing opportunities. Why am I saying opportunities and experiences? We've got Mrs. Pixel. That's
Yay,
important.
Mrs. Pixel!
What's up, Mrs. Pixel?
Mrs.
All right,
Pixel.
come breathe with us. We
I
need
like
a
it.
breath.
I need a breath of mint. Oh gosh. Oh, Kumar says he is. I'd love to join us, but currently traveling, so I have to wait till the next
Okay.
one. All right, well, we'll take you on the
Yeah.
next one for
Well,
sure.
absolutely.
Sure.
Well, and I think
next now.
we might get started singing on this one at some point.
Let's do that. I would like
Oh,
that. Let's.
All right.
We
So,
gotta breathe. If
Let's
you
go,
want to
let's-
sing, you gotta breathe.
breathing. All right. So here's the sequence for the workshop. Breath. We're gonna do some vocalizing after that, and then we're gonna look at the song "Country Roads," which we started
Sweet.
this show off with, and that's gonna be our show for today. So first breathing exercise is the trapdoor. This is one I really love teaching, and then I'm gonna have a new one for Mrs. Pixel because she's already seen a lot of my other favorite ones. So
Cool.
so with the trapdoor, the goal is to build connection with the diaphragm. Here, I'll get so people can see me on screen a little bit bigger, and your diaphragm is going to be right about here. 2 belly buttons, 2 fingers,
Wow.
2 fingers above your belly button, your navel, or just like beneath that last floating rib. It's think of it like a trap door that is separating your thoracic cavity and your abdominal cavity. And that's because that's what it is. It's an involuntary muscle, but we can really gain awareness of it and know what it's doing. So just put your hands at about that diaphragm level right here. I'm going to put my hands up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to start by breathing out. And when we breathe in, we open the trap door and let the air flood in. Try it a few more times. And then try breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Okay, couple things. So number 1, the reason for the trap door is that we want it to just feel instantaneously filled with air. So it's just, you're full, right? Every time that trapdoor drops, you're full. Okay. And it should also be noiseless, effortless. And you're looking for the sensation is a tickle behind your nose, behind your eyes. That's your soft palate raising. And that it means that you're going to get the most effortless inhale, but also the fullest and deepest. That's what we're going for is combining those things. So that's why we start by breathing out. Because as we breathe out, our diaphragm actually goes up, right? And as we breathe in, our diaphragm goes down. It's kind of counterintuitive, but if you think about it, it's like it's that dividing between our thoracic and abdominal cavities. So when we are taking air in, it actually goes down so that it creates the negative space, and it's kind of like a vacuum. Your lungs really work like a vacuum. Your lungs are an organ, not a muscle, right? So they don't have like, oh, I'm going to bring in air. It's just this muscle, the diaphragm has to work in able to create space for your lungs to fill with air. And then when you breathe out, it's going up and it's compressing and expelling all that air. Okay. You can think of it like a blanket. And this is actually a really good variant on this. If you grab a blanket with somebody, you hold two corners, they're holding the other two corners. And then as you're breathing out, you just whoosh it up like, and then breathe in. So try that motion too. It's also helpful to just understand what your diaphragm is actually doing. All right. So now back to the trap door. So that same feeling that we breathe out first. And look for that instantaneous, I'm full, and then I'm pushing out.
And you're saying breathe in through your nose, but I see your mouth open, so I want to make sure.
It's that's what I'm trying to train myself to do. And really, if you breathe in through your mouth, if you're a mouth breather, that's fine. it's not the end of the world. It's just.
Hey, I resemble that remark.
All right, so breathe. I'll be more intentional this time. Breathe out first, and then open the trapdoor. You're instantly full. And so a couple things to be aware of, and then we'll just do like 5 in a row, and then we'll move on to the next one. When you're breathing in, we don't want it to be like a, like watch your shoulders, mind your shoulders, and also mind the volume of that inhale. That takes a lot of effort, right? But just like. So that's why I sometimes will open my mouth just for the feeling. I'm not actually bringing in air through my mouth. It's just open. I'm bringing it in through my nose. It's in that instant, that one instant that all of a sudden I'm full and then I can have a big exhale. So we need that as singers because we're going along with a phrase and then we have to get instantly full before the next phrase. And we have to be able to get through the end of the phrase, right? Okay, so let's do 5 in a row. Breathe out first, and then we're just going to always reset the trapdoor. Open the trapdoor.
I am your father, Luke. Come to the dark side of the Force. We shall rule the universe as father.
And then we have to focus. So we did 6. There was a bonus one. All right. So that's a good one. Just as you're sitting around reading emails, you can just be like, just breathe. Right. Just keep breathing, depending on what that email says, especially. All right. Next one it's called the balloon breath. So we're going to.
What'd you call me?
The balloon breath. So this is that same, we're making that big expansive feeling when we are inhaling. And then we're actually going to create some resistance and breathe and exhale into our fists. And what this does, we're working on lung capacity with this one. And then I do have a bonus new one, just for fun, for funsies.
Hey,
this is what the balloon breath looks like. Yeah.
Before we move on to balloon breath, I just had this
Yeah.
picture. You know, I was thinking metaphors, but the first breath that you taught us with the trap door, it's almost like the old style bellows. Like if you remember this from the old school, like as you lift the two parts apart, the two parts it fills the bellows with air, and then you push them together and it blows it out. That's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah,
it's
like
bellows, right?
Yep, I love it. Or it's like this. I can't help but think seal bark. Oh, oh.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, let's
All
move
right.
on to balloon breath.
This is why this is a workshop experience. You know,
Yeah,
we're
right.
offering
Yeah.
comedy and stuff as well.
Right.
All right. So
You can't put a price tag on this.
balloon breath. Again, start by breathing out. This is just a nice reset for the diaphragm. Also, just bonus material. If you have the hiccups, all you have to do is reset your diaphragm. So both of these will really help you get rid of the hiccups. You don't have to drink a glass of water upside down. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So
I was thinking a glass of beer on my head, but never mind.
So that's called beer goggles. That's different. All right. Here we go.
Oktoberfest. Anyway, let's move on.
Breathe out first. And then we make a giant gesture like this as we're inhaling. This reminds us, Mojo, do you have a question?
No, I was doing your thing. I was doing your arm.
Okay.
I was following your instructions.
Okay. For the first time. No, just kidding.
I know. It's a big shock. Right?
I'm sorry, Mary, for your student experience. No, I'm just kidding. All right. So this reminds us, let me just talk about why this gesture.
Am I paying for this? Oh, no, that's right.
Yeah, totally. I mean, $39.99.
Oh, but you're paying for it. Yeah, you're high.
This is free 99 today. So the reason for the balloon breath is it's a reminder. It's a kinesthetic reminder that we have breathing muscles all the way around us like an inner tube. So we are not just breathing out and breathing in like a Humphrey Bogart. We have that just like our stomach going in and out. We have our intercostals all the way around us that wraps our tummy like a girdle, and we want to expand all the way out in the back, in the sides, and this just reminds us, like, put on your inner tube and then breathe into your fist. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Breathe out first, and then breathe in, and breathe out as long as you can. And Mojo, you need to mute yourself.
Oh my gosh. I can't imagine Mojo in elementary school. The teachers were like, Joseph.
Just kidding.
I got the pointer finger. Oh God, I've got that since I was little.
Let's do one more. And
I'm just waiting
Mojo,
for somebody to pass out here.
Mrs. Pixel was still going. She's still on the first one from 4 minutes ago.
Oh my word! She just passed out though.
Let's
Wake
do
her!
one
Somebody
more.
revive her. Okay.
We really need to get on to singing pretty soon.
Yeah.
So
Let's see.
one more,
Yeah,
and I'll put in the the Jumbotron a video that I did with both of these that have a lot more instruction and less giggles.
Less laughter.
I've got a case of the stupids today,
Do
too.
not
Like, I don't know.
underestimate the value of what you're seeing
Of
and
laughter.
hearing on the
Right.
screen, because
This
these
is
breathing
true.
exercises are everything.
Can you talk
right.
about that? Yeah, because you do
please.
have Mrs.
Yeah, riff
Mrs.
on that
P,
for us.
you had an experience. I know during the How Can It Keep From Singing challenge that was
I
mind-blowing.
did, and I'm still getting the benefits from that after this intensive deep dive with Dan for the 30-day challenge. Waking up at 6 a.m., starting with these types of breathing exercises, I had no idea the intensity, almost like this. It's like breathing yoga, and if you really get into it,
Love it.
and you do this, and it's not even like a lot of time that I was spending, relatively, like to achieve the benefits that I got was just mind-blowing. So after just maybe a week of these exercises, I noticed my peripheral vision increased.
Whoa.
And I no longer needed to wear reading glasses.
Whoa!
Constantly.
Yeah,
all
that was just kind of
day.
blowing my mind. I had to look up some research
What?
behind that, and
Holy
there
smokes, that's
is a
amazing.
correlation. I was
Wow.
not aware of it. Like,
Oh wow. And I
interesting.
That's
still,
incredible.
I'm still in. I don't need my glass. I don't have to rely on that because it's just all that
Oxygenation.
nitrous
Oxygenation, yes.
that just
Yes.
it just really it did open
No
up
way.
and just kind of retrained my muscles and everything, and it's just been working ever since. So really good stuff. Can't say enough
Yeah.
about it.
Mm.
Can't say enough about
Hey
oxygen. I
guys,
love it. Yeah.
hey guys, my friend George said he's here, but I don't see him.
Let's see. Is he? Do you want to? Is he in Restream? Because you can definitely send George the Restream link if you want.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Mary, are you saying you're curious about where George is? Just curious.
Oh my goodness, that's what you did. You just went there.
I'm curious. I'm curious where you
I
are.
mentioned-
I call him George. I actually call him George.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'm going to hold off on that until he gives me permission. Just to be clear. But I want to.
Okay,
Before,
he says he's in Chatmosa. Let's see.
Yeah,
George, Chatmosa. Let me mute myself.
Yeah, because this is the bridge. This is the bridge we have.
to riff just for a second on what Mrs. Pickle just said.
Yeah, go for it.
There's a lot of research about how we don't oxygenate ourselves the way we were designed. So our lung capacity, we have this giant lung capacity that we're built into our system, but most of us breathe very shallow because we're not being intentional. Hello.
Hi, George. Oh, we can hear you
Hi.
from Chatmosa because I'm sharing the screen. This
I
is
can hear
awesome.
George now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So well, see, there's a bridge we didn't even know. Well, I didn't realize, but we dusted off the crumbs of the internet, I guess. I don't know what I'm going with that. But George, welcome. We're glad you're here.
So just
turn your mic.
We're getting an echo from Mary, though. However.
Yeah, Mary. I think Mary is. So George.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello. How are you guys?
George, as long as you look at if you Mary, if you want to send him a message, that just look at what is it, slide 20.
Look at
24. If you
Okay,
open
I'm gonna
slide
mute myself.
24, yeah, then he can hear what we're doing.
Thank you,
You-
Daniel.
Yeah, and you can also just send him the Restream link if he wants to join us in Restream.
Hey, so go to slide 24. You see slide?
I can't understand because there's too much echo. I'm muted in Chatmosa on purpose.
Yeah.
Do you
So
want me to
yeah, I think Mary, if you just let George know that he can come to the Restream or go to slide 24, and then we'll mute you in Chatmosa because you're on both. But we can just hear George. We can hear his
sound
response.
like a robot, Mary.
Okay. How do I give him the
Here,
back channel.
Yep, back channel. Let me. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can give him a back channel one.
There's a back chat option in Chatmosa.
He doesn't know where back chat is.
Or just however you normally communicate with them. So,
Okay,
folks,
yeah,
if you're tuning in, you're watching Connection in real time, and we're this is a building in public project, which is exciting. So we're gonna Mary, if you want to mute in Chatmosa, just for now, and then if you can message George on the back end, awesome. And so let's get into.
George, I messaged you on X.
Sweet.
Okay. Just to finish that thought real quick.
Yeah, finish the thought.
Because we do need to get to singing, but I just want to point out that a lot of science has said recent that most people breathe at about 20 to 30% of their lung capacity. And the way our system is built is if we can increase that even just a few percentages, but if we can learn to intentionally breathe at 50 to 60% of our lung capacity, not 100, because 100 will make you pass out if you breathe that all the time.
I saw it.
Sweet. Yeah, and well, on that note, here's the bonus exercise, and you could not have set it up better. So cool. This one, we just increased the time. This is another lung capacity one. We've done a variant of it before in the How Can I Keep From Singing challenge, but this one, we just are going to add one beat at a time instead. So we're going to breathe in for 4, and then we're going to breathe out for 4. Then we're going to breathe in for 4 and out for 5. And we're going to do it on we have 2 pulses at the beginning, and then we just breathe out as long as we can, and we continue that exhale because that's gonna, like, it's time under tension. I mean, I mentioned before, our lungs are not muscles, they're organs, but we can train them like we would train a muscle by having that time under tension and that building the capacity. So we'll breathe in for 4 and then out for 4. You'll catch on. So here we go. Ready? Breathe in. And then in. All right, and so on. So I before I tell you about some experience with that, what is your guys' experience with that?
Well, first one thing I want to point out is I didn't really make the connection until right now that because I played trumpet all these years, I was doing inadvertent breathing exercises just like you're teaching us right now.
Mm-hmm.
I was making the funny sound earlier with my hand because that's what I do with the mouthpiece, right?
Right.
What I didn't realize is I was getting all the benefits of breathing exercises because with trumpet, I had to get a big breath and I had to play as long as I could, sometimes until I almost passed out. But I was actually doing these exercises, but I was making music while I was doing it. So bonus.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's I think you just kind of hit on it a little bit, the exchange between I have too much air and then I don't have enough air. We feel both when we play an instrument or when we sing. Because if you have too much air, I always think of it like driving a stick shift. This is the clutch right here, and this is the gas. Yeah.
Hey Dan, can you let George in?
He just came back in. He's not here anymore though.
on
Restream,
Restream?
Yeah.
Are you there now?
No problem.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
Keep going.
So if this is the clutch and this is the gas, when we have too much air going on, we're gonna kind of stall the car, or we run out of gas. So there's those two different tensions that we have when we're singing. We either have too much or not enough. We want to ride that just right. It's the Goldilocks complex of it's called a balanced onset when you're starting a sound. It's called sustained singing when you are singing through a phrase. It's meeting that moment with just enough breath and just enough control. I actually really kind of steer away from the word control when we're talking about our vocal cords because we don't want to exert control. We want to release tension. And that's, hi, George.
Hey,
Good
George.
to see you here. Awesome.
How are you guys?
Let's get on to singing. And, good.
I want to.
We're so glad to have you here as part of this experiment. Sing. Yeah, I think here's our revised plan, because remember we started this live stream off saying we can change the rules. I think we should really just spend the rest of the time today vocalizing and getting into this, because we're putting up the framework. And then I'll just notice in chat Mosa, I want to just highlight this real quickly. There's tons of karaoke versions on YouTube, but we're offering a slightly different approach to a slightly different approach to life right now because there we go. I'm like, why can't I get to the numbers? So there's 2 links in here I want to just highlight quickly, and then we'll spend the rest of the time vocalizing. This is a MIDI version of Country Roads. If that means nothing to you, that's fine. If it means something to you, also fine. But you can just click on this link right here in Chatmosa. It takes you to this, and all you have to know is that you can hit the play button, and this will it's an online MIDI sequencer, and you can put it in whatever key. That's the end game. But you can also just push play, and then it'll play the MIDI for you. Isn't that fun? Okay, so that's I just wanted to highlight
Where
that.
do we hit it on chat?
Share for next week.
Where do we hit it?
That's slide 22.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, slide 22 is the MIDI for Take Me Home Country Roads. And actually, let me just share that you can also download the MIDI, and if you're like already in like the production world and you have a digital audio workstation or a DAW, you can put it in there. And then the other one that I wanted to highlight is that we have our own little like learned produced track here through BandLab for Education. And that's right here. I'm not even going to click on it because I don't want to go there. That's just too much down a different rabbit hole. But if you want to, you can join our class. It's called the PEAR-T bus. Hop on the PEAR-T bus, and that's our BandLab class. You can just get signed up. I think we'll start with Country Roads next week. But for now, let's get into some singing, and then Mojo can sing us out with Country Roads at the very end. So here we go. Let's do a nice. I like to start with hums for vocalizing.
and breathalyzing.
And then breathalyzing.
I love that. Breathalyzing. That's a great word.
Breathalyzing. That, oh my gosh, that is like a whole profile name. Yeah. The breathalyzer.
I am the breathalyzer.
All right. So, but let's start with our vocalizing on a nice hum.
George, you still here?
I don't know. Let me. It says, "Oh, George." Yeah, George is here. George is. He ended up in the back alleys.
Welcome back, George.
I don't know why. George, we found you.
This is totally new to me, so I have no idea, to be honest with you.
Well, we're glad you're here. I mean, this is. We said it was beginner friendly, and you can't be more beginner than I don't know what I'm doing, and that's
by the way,
okay.
George, by the way,
I love it.
We don't know what we're doing either, so you're right in good company.
Okay. There you go. All right. So, a nice and think of. I'm gonna do it, Mrs. P. I'm gonna introduce Julia Childs. So you want to be thinking of Julia Childs to get space in your mouth, right?
Bon appetit. Bon appetit.
All right. Yes, that's exactly it. I want everyone to say in their best Julia Childs voice, "Bon appetit." Bon appetit. You gotta say it. Bon appetit. Yes, and now say, "Today is Friday." So that's the space we want in the top moment. Our soft palate is raised, and we want. And we go up, and we keep going up. Curtis is here. Oh my gosh, I'm vocalizing with my left hand and clicking a mouse with my right hand.
Don't hurt yourself, Dan.
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Yeah. So with a hum, with any of these exercises, when we're warming up, you never want to push yourself necessarily past the point of singing beautiful. I always told students never sing louder than beautiful. Actually, Curtis is a former student. I'm so glad he's here. Curtis, I think if we'll maybe see if we can find a way to get you on the screen as well.
7 minutes.
But yeah, no, we just don't have much time. But we're here every day, Monday through Friday. So never sing louder than beautiful, and never sing in a way that brings you more tension. And the classic one is reaching for a high note when you're like,
Right.
and that's because you're actually stretching out. If you think about it, you're stretching out your whole singing apparatus and compressing it. You're creating tension. So we actually want to, when you're reaching a high note, we actually want to think opposite. We want to think grounding ourselves. We're releasing that tension that's in us, and then even if we just point our chin down a little bit, we're actually opening up our mechanism more, right? So there's a lot of reversals and counterintuitive thinking in singing, but the number one rule is you want to reduce tension. Okay, so let's do this one. Kind of connects with our breath, and it's just pop 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 pop. Pop 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 I love it. I love it. It was really interesting. The latency for a moment got like, so it was like in canon. It was really interesting.
Kaboom.
Okay. Another thing, we're gonna do that one more time, but we're gonna go lower this time. And I want you to experiment with a movement. Pop 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 pop. It's like you're throwing a frisbee when you get to that pop 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 pop. Okay. Just bringing our whole body into singing is a really good way to reduce tension.
Basically,
so here we go.
Just because we're in this pair community, what if it's pepe pepe pear?
Yeah.
Pepe pepe pear.
Pepe pepe pear. Ooh, pepe pepe pear.
I love it.
Oh,
Pepe pear.
look at what Curtis said.
Yeah.
I love it. Yes, pepe pepe pear. Let's do pepe pepe pear. And and highlighting this is that is our sponsor is PEAR-coin.xyz is our sponsor. So we'll do pepe pepe pear. We're gonna do it now with like we're throwing a frisbee in the orchard, right? Pepe pepe pear, 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 pepe pepe pear. Awesome. So notice one other thing when things start getting higher or lower, you usually have two choices: either drop out, or as you get more experience, you can adjust octaves. So that's what I did. I didn't want to sing like lower than I thought I could sing, so I just went up an octave and I kept going down the pattern.
4 minutes.
Okay. I think let's do one last exercise, and then that'll bring us to the end. Then we'll start with Country Roads next Friday. We'll be learning Country Roads, but Mojo is going to sing us out with that song. And I just want to thank everyone for being here. This has been just a hootenanny.
This is the most guests we've ever had live in this stream. So
it's also at the maximum capacity for my free account. So restream if you're watching. If you'd like to upgrade.
I think Troy is listening to Chat Mozart because he's kind of behind.
That's all right. It's creating a nice.
That's great. Yeah,
it's better than morning coffee, guys.
Let's do. Yeah. All right. So last
Can we
warm
do
up
this
real
every
quick.
morning before our show, our now show?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's do some. So this is EO. I think of this like a boomerang going from, because as we work together, we're going to be experimenting with different vowels. So E is really back and kind of spread. Oh, it's very forward and kind of dark.
It's Captain EO.
So we're going to go.
going up or are we
No,
going down?
I think
I didn't
we were going up. I think we're gonna have to maybe come up with some kind of muting
Yes.
protocols or something so that it'll be sensical to anybody just listening. We'll get there. We'll get there. But I just want to say, Mojo, take us away with
All right.
Country Roads, and this is where we're gonna pick up next Friday at our next workshop experience.
My version. Almost 10 with Virginia. Blue Ridge Mountain, Shenandoah. Sing along. Life is over there, older than the trees, younger than the mountains, moving like the country roads. Take me over. I belong, yeah, yeah, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country road. All my friends gather round her, my new lady, drinking water, knocking the skin, painted on the sky, this taste of moonshine, to drop in my eye, country roads, take me home to the place I belong, yeah, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home.
Mama,
Take me home.
take me home.
Country road.
I hear voices in the morning hours calling me. Radio reminds me of my home far away. Driving down the road, I get the feeling that I should have been home yesterday. Yesterday, yeah, country road.
Country
Take me
road.
home
Take
to
me
the
home.
place I belong. West
West
Virginia,
Virginia.
mountain
Country
mama,
mama.
take me home.
Take me
One more time,
home.
everybody. The country road,
Country road.
take me home
Take me
to
home.
the place
To the
I
place I
belong.
belong.
West
West
Virginia,
West
Virginia.
Virginia,
take me home.
Mama,
Take me home.
take me home.
Oh, take me
Country
home.
road,
Down country
take me
road,
home.
Country road.
take me home.
Country road,
Take me home.
Oh,
Virginia.
Yeehaw!
Amazing. Awesome. All right. Well, everyone, you have just witnessed the very first Vocal Eyes workshop experience. We'll be back with this next Friday as well. We'll be back Monday with another Now show in the
When?
right now at that moment. Yeah.
Now,
So
on Monday.
thanks,
Now.
everybody. We'll see you
Thanks,
Monday.
everyone.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Thanks, Bob. Thanks,
Thank you,
George.
students.
Thanks, guys.
Sayonara,
Bye.
sayonara.
I'm Mike Captain EO.